Late at night, far in the deep, dark rainforest, when the only thing you can hear are the rivers flowing and everything is sound asleep. Well, most things at least. Many things reside here, such as the big brown bears or the small white rabbits. But one of those things is the master of all things wizard, known as the Wizard Monkey. The Wizard Monkey is the soul-manipulating, fire-bending tower of BTD6, and also looks like Vitruvius from the Lego movie. But what if I told you that behind those soft violet eyes, a legendary tale resides? A legend of friendship, light, and darkness. A legend that few people have the pleasure of viewing. Sit back and prepare to discover the full story of the Wizard Monkey, starting from Chapter 1, the Phoenix Era. Quiet, chilled, alone. This is how the Wizard Monkey preferred to spend most of his afternoons. The other ones are at the local retirement home playing bingo. At the time, magic was primarily used for engineering or decor, and no one even imagined it being used for anything other. That was, until the wizard caught a glimpse of something that would change the world of magic forever. Fire, started by the local raging pyromaniac. Staring at the fire as if he was trying to communicate. Ironically, in this cold landscape, he had the idea of harnessing the power of fire from within. It wasn't easy and took a long month for this power to grow, but eventually, the Wizard Monkey gained a new ability, a fireball that could burn through metal and butter the same. However, his increase in power didn't end there, because after learning how to harness the power of fire, it didn't take long for him to be able to contort that fire in different forms. But the most notorious one was his fire wall, veritably also called the Wall of Fire. This wall didn't obstruct balloons, but rather it singed them on contact, incinerating them until nothing was left but burnt rubber pieces on the ground. Yet, while the power of the firewall was true, the uptime of the wall wasn't. If an intelligent balloon crossed when it was down, they would leave unharmed. To truly master the full potential of fire combat, he needed to find a way to use it whenever needed without limitation. Sitting in the local tavern, he pondered any potential way to make fire come out of his body. Okay, maybe not there. Witnessing the poor monkey's body being crushed by a cart, he could only think about how he could replicate his breath of fire into his own. The wizard tried to channel the energy from his attacks to his breath. He focused, breathed in, and then... nothing. That was fine. He would simply have to try again. Focus, breathe in, and nothing. The wizard's frustrations began to burn like the fire inside of his abilities, and he tried one final time. That was until he saw something. A stray balloon strolled past the road nearing the exit. At the sight of this, something stirred inside of the wizard. The fire roared out of the wizard's mouth. The balloon felt every part of its rubber body flay until it eventually passed into a rubbery afterlife. Witnessing the passing of that unfortunate balloon, the other magic towers considered adding the wizard to their quadrant of towers. After a long and thoughtful conversation consisting of at least 3 sentences, the Wizard Monkey was added to the war between Monkey and Balloon. Life was looking up for the wizard at this point. Of course, the tests and situations he was put through were hard, but he still managed to triumph and claim victory no matter the challenge. That was until one fateful day. A stray innocent bird was struck out of the sky by a fireball shot by the wizard. Normally they would just pass this off as a pure accident, but strangely, the bird had fire coming off of it, which the wizard never learned how to do with his fireball technique. Something different was happening. Once the course was clear, the phoenix flew down to greet the wizard, granting him a new power to also turn into a phoenix. The newly transformed wizard looked around at all of his friends, and they now recognized that the wizard had achieved a tier 5 form. They now crowned him as the Wizard Lord Phoenix. And while all this power at his fingertips felt amazing, he still had glaring issues such as an over-reliance on the Lord Phoenix despite it being a strong option. This over-reliance made the wizard weak whenever he needed to regain energy to return to the form. He had to find a new form of attack, which meant temporarily discarding the power of fire, thus starting the era of darkness.